Hey, it's me, it's Billy Bob Bobson for Billy Bob Bobson's live Starcraft cast TV from Billy Bob Town, and today we have ourselves some QREWRE against KIMKISSAN. This is played somewhere in 2019 February on the 15th, and QRE, I'm not sure who it is. We might find out by the end of this, but he is playing on the purple Zerg, and KIMKISSAN is playing on the yellow Terran, here on the middle left of the map, and of course the Zerg here on the bottom middle. I'm going to speed to the first 2 minutes. I'm not sure how QRE plays, but I assume it's going to be rather standard. I do know how KIMKISSAN plays. He plays very aggressive, very micro-heavy, but sometimes tends to push his luck with a certain build order a little bit too much. And he'll just keep on repeating the same thing, even though it's executed really well. It's really smart most of the time, but when it fails, he kind of tries to do the thing that failed again and again. Most of the time it's Dark Templars, but because he's Terran this time around, we're not going to be seeing Dark Templars failing, of course, but he is finding his opponent here rather quick on the third scout attempt. He was scouting only the Chokes because he knows that the matchup is Terran versus Zerg, and now he's disrupting that sunken there in the front quite well with that SCV there, and not allowing QRE to get that drone up for a sunken colony. He's getting both of them down actually, and Zerglings are on the way. He's got two of them there already on the scene. He's regrouping his Marines to be stronger than if he doesn't have them grouped together, but it also means that two more Zerglings are going to be spawning here in the choke point, and he'll have that sunken colony on the way. So now the Marines are going to have to fight against those Zerglings dancing back and forth, but KIMKISSAN decides against it. He decides against it. So the two Sunkens now are being morphed, and we have Gas here on the way there in the back. One Hatcher being added on there, and KIMKISSAN still on two barracks. Academy there on the way. Gas already mining. He can afford some fire bats, some medics, and a stim upgrade right off the bat once this academy finishes here, which I also think is what he's going to do. But first, he's going to go for a factory there on the middle. He's hunting that Zergling because he saw it leave, but it escapes the one that got away. But to stop that Zergling from scouting his base, he puts up those Marines here on the top side because he knows that Zergling is going to come from the top side. He's going to snipe it once it tries to get through. In the top corner, we can see the stim upgrade is on the way. So he's going for a very aggressive push build order here on a 2-barrack build, which means he doesn't have that many Marines. But I don't think QRE knows that KIMKISSAN is only on 2 barracks. If he knew that he's only on 2 barracks, he might adapt his build order to go for something different than he is going right now, but he is going for that lair. The lair is almost finished up. And he's adding 2 more Sunkens there in the front, and slowly progressing into the next stage of his tech tree. I think he's going to go for, a Spire, because otherwise he would have seen a Hydralisk Den already. So that's going to be a Spire, most certainly, and he's going to go for that Muta Micro to kick off the game. Starport already on the way there for KIMKISSAN. He wants to progress into getting most likely, a Vessel, but the chance of going for a dropship to try to drop with the Firebats is also a real option. Stimmergrade is finished. He's got range on the way. Firebats have arrived on the scene. Medics there as well. 4 Sunkens is what he's going to fight against, but he sees it as 4 Sunkens, and they're spread out evenly, so all of them can attack at the same time, so he decides to pull back to the middle and keep his units here at the factory. Control tower is already on the way. I don't see a science facility yet, so that means, unless he's going to build it with this SCV, it means he's going for a dropship, and he's going to fly his units in. Because do note, even though he has the factory, he's not getting siege mode or a tank, which in my opinion means he is getting the dropship, and there is the dropship. He's going for the Firebat drop. He's now adding on an engineering bay, 2 more barracks there as well, because he wants to replenish his Marine count once he flies it into QRE's base. The Spire is almost finished. He's mining from 3 gazers, and he's now adding on a 3rd hatchery for macro purposes, and he's saving up 9 drones, I believe. He'll have about 900 minerals very soon. He'll have about, well, just a bit shy. He can afford 7 Mutalisks, now 8, and very soon number 9. But I don't see number 9 queued up yet. He can build it though. He can build it. I really wanted to build it there. No, he's not. He's getting Carapace instead of 9 Mutalisks. He's going for 8 Mutalisks, Carapace. Dropship there is finished. It's flying around. Fire bats are inside. 2 medics inside as well. But the Mulisks will spawn just in time. Now the question remains, where will those Mulisks go? And those Mulisks, in fact, fly away. He's flying away with the Mutalisk and he's going for the counter attack there. Although, of course, he doesn't know that KIMKISSAN is attacking, but he's going straight for the minerals. But both players are going straight for the minerals both at the same time. And he turns around, seeing that turret, which means, oh, is he going to spot this? Firebats are not yet unloading. He's staying in there. He's dancing back and forth, just distracting. And now he's not dropping yet. He's trying to distract as much as he can, trying to fool QRE into being safe. Mules have returned back to base. Mules here are still attacking the barracks. And the Firebats unload. Firebats get some drone kills there. He got a couple of them. I think he got about half of the drones there, because I think there were about 24 or 25 drones there on the minerals, but now there's only 14 of them left, which means the game is now looking pretty grim for QRE, who's now facing Marines, pulling back to KIMKISSAN's base. 8 Mules there, and he's gonna have to micro these out of that situation. He loses 2 Mules before responding because he was occupied with something else. He's got more Mules there in the base, regrouping with those Mules right there. So now he does have 9 total Mules there in the fray, ready to fight, ready to intercept those Marines, which are going back to the middle. He intercepts them, he kills one of them, and now he's going to kill all this proxy base here on the middle. So the aggressive move there from KIMKISSAN might actually be backfiring here, because he had so few Marines left alive. So few Marines to do anything with. He does wind up losing another 4 Mulisks there on the middle, but he comes out victorious and clears out the bunker, which now means he can try to start clearing this out. But another dropship there coming in, and it's a tank. He's going for a tank drop on the drones, but once again he's going to dance it back and forth first. No, he's pulling away. Another Firebat drop there coming in at the same time on the drones. And the tank there as well, going for the drones. This is a very, very well coordinated attack here from KIMKISSAN, going in with the tank drop and the Firebat drop at the same time, but he doesn't get that many kills. The Firebats go down as the dropship is killed, and the tank goes down there on the side as well. But at least he disrupted QRE's income once again, while also distracting from this here on the middle. The vessel has finished. He's going to try to snipe the vessel before it goes back to base. He's chasing it. He's on the run. Will he get it? He gets it before it is safe. So another one is on the way. Marines are in the base, ready to move out with medic support. Though the medics are coming as well. So that's 5 barracks there in the base. He's got level 1 weapon upgrade on the way. He's got starport on the way as well. 2 starports in fact, because he's afraid of losing the middle, but the middle is actually quite secure here, it appears, because those Marines are coming in to kill the Mulisks, and the Mulisk micro is not on the level where he can actually pick off all these Marines with amazing Mutamicro, although he's trying his best to. He gets a couple of kills there and makes his way out of there, so he gets some disruption done once again, and is catching up in drone count as well, actually, because KIMKISSAN has not been building SCVs for the past minute or two. I'm not sure what's up with that one. That's very sloppy multitasking, but he's gonna go in with the Firebats, and he gets... No, he doesn't get the kills! Does he get the kills? He got 20 drone kills there with that Firebat. That's a huge hit. So in the end, KIMKISSAN does not need any more SCVs whatsoever, although now he's making new SCVs. He's building on, adding onto his base here in the back as well. More fact, no, it's another science facility. I'm not sure why he's building a second one. Starport there in the middle still alive. QRE is trying to rebuild his drone count, but he is continuously losing drones to the dropships there coming in from the sides. He loses the fight there on the middle as the Marines scare those Mulisks away. Starport there, everything stays alive. Another dropship there on the way. Firebat's going to be loaded up into the dropship, I'm sure. He's going to move out here into the middle with his Hydralisks. He's going to try to go for a counterattack. A desperation play, I think. But he might actually have just enough units. Although the Mulisks are going to go down very quick here. Hydralisks also go down very quick. And the Stim Marines actually are very strong here. They are very strong with that level 1 attack damage there. Added onto the upgrade. Added onto the Gauss rifle for the Marines. So the Marines come out on top, victorious. Because they had range, they had stim, they had medics, they had level 1 upgrade, which is of course better than whatever QRE has, because QRE is continuously getting disrupted. QRE though is kind of playing a bit of a cheesy match at the moment, because he's not pushing, he's not really going to finish off his opponent. The Mulisks are dancing back and forth, but not posing much of a threat actually, so I think that if KIMKISSAN just decided to, he could try to go for a frontal push. So he's been playing with his food for quite a while now, and the dropship once again with fire bats coming in from the side as the Mulists are here on the middle trying to kill the turret, but they find themselves unable to do so. So QRE sends them to the base to do some killing there, find some Marines there, but he is not a spot that dropship coming in, or is he distracted with the micro? He's distracted with the micro there. In fact, now he might see it. He sees the dropship. Firebats are inside the dropship, and Firebats are unloading. Firebats getting some kills once again. I didn't see how many, but I think he got about another 10 of them. That's once again another set of lost drones there for QRE. KIMKISSAN is having a great game, messing with his food. He does lose the Valkyrie there though, gonna lose his tank there as well to the Mula Micro. The Mulas are doing more than they should be doing. Gonna kill another tank there. It's gonna try to kill everything here, but now 2 Valkyries coming in, Marines there as well. There's a lot of damage coming down on the Mulisks. The Mulisks are running away, he's keeping them safe. They're on the top side of the map, but he's of course praying to go back in once again from a different angle. Hydralisk once again going to the front. He's gonna try to do something at least, but he's only got 16 drones. This is definitely desperation play attempt number 2. Tank there in the front sieges up, which means there's even less of a chance for QRE to break out and stay alive, because now the Sunkens in the front are going down, and he can very soon stim those Marines into those Sunkens and just mow them down with the level 1 weapon upgrade, soon to be level 2 weapon upgrade, and of course the tanks are supporting from the back and the medics healing up the Marines. So you can definitely break through, and that's definitely what I think he's gonna do. Valkyries now hunting for overlords, but the Valkyries though are taking damage from the Hydras. One of the Valkyries there goes down without securing the kill on the overlord, but at least he's pushing through the front, and there's honestly not much QRE can do. It would take a miracle to win this, because look at the supply difference. He has double the supply, exactly double the supply. Well, plus 10. There he goes in. Breaking through, nothing there to oppose him. There's a dropship there as well, but it's empty. It's just there to tank fire from the Hydralisks. Smart move there. He's morphing these eggs to buy himself time, and in he goes with the counterattack. The tanks, Marines, Hydralisks. Ooh, the Mulists go down to the Valkyries pretty much instantly, and now the Marines are fighting against the Hydralisks, and the tanks in the back there are doing so much work on these Hydralisks, and it looks like KIMKISSAN did a number on QRE here, because QRE is definitely not coming back from this one. He is definitely toasted by the Firebat barbecue. KIMKISSAN still on a very low SCV count, not quite sure why, because usually he has very solid multitasking and very solid worker production, but this time around he's completely focused on just abusing his opponent and making him feel humiliated. Down the overlords go. Yeah, so this has basically nothing to do with Terran abusing the Zerg. The Zerg just got caught off guard and is continuously being caught off guard. KIMKISSAN here very slowly progressing forward with his units. He wants to do this very securely. He wants to finish it off with another tank drop. He wants to just make QRE feel even more hurt than he already is. Dropship comes in from the bottom. Frontal attack there happening at the same time. He's going to go for a distraction attempt. He manages to pull the Hydralisk away from the back, which now means the tanks have free fire on the drones. The drones are running away to safety, but they are still within the range, and boom, down they go. Got a couple of kills, got 17 drone kills there with that tank. That's massive. Now only 5 drones left. Ooh, he killed even more of them. So yeah, that was just only 5 Hydralisks here in the front, facing tanks, Marines, vessels, Valkyries. There's not a chance in the world, and QRE doesn't even call it a GG. He just leaves and knows he has tasted absolute destruction on the dish, served cold, very, very cold, because KIMKISSAN is one cold-blooded killer. Now that's for sure. That's game number 1. We've got a game number 2. So let's head over to game number 2 and see how that one's going to pan out. So in game number 2, we have QRE against QWR. Wait, oh, I just messed it up. It's QREWRE. That's it. So QRE this time around is on the Protoss, and we have KIMKISSAN on the other Protoss. So it's a Protoss against Protoss, completely even, 50-50 chances. Well, theoretically speaking, of course, because, well, some players are really good at Protoss versus Protoss, and some players are a little bit less strong at Protoss versus Protoss, but I hope KIMKISSAN displays a bit better multitasking in terms of his worker production this game around, because last game he should have had about 20 more workers than he did at the end. I mean, it didn't matter in the end, but he could have had 20 more if his worker production had been more solid. Despite having a very inconsistent worker production, he showed off great offensive moves, even though most of those offensive moves were pretty much just playing with his food, up until he decided to just finish it once and for all. So here we have the rematch between these two players. This game was played 2 days later on the 17th of February 2019. QRE wants revenge. KIMKISSAN is like, oh well, sure, why not, let's give it a try. So they are going for the revenge match, and both players are starting off with the exact same build order, starting off with a double nexus, which means I'm going to speed up the next minute because we're not going to be seeing much stuff happening. Gateway Forge for Kimki. Then we have Gateway Forge, gas, big difference there. Big difference, the gas there coming out for QRE, cannon there as well. No cannon yet for KIMKISSAN, and no gas yet for KIMKISSAN either. Which means that QRE is going to have tech way earlier. We'll be seeing the Cybercore coming out right after the gateway there finishes. Gateway number 2 there coming in as well. Gateway number 3, which actually means he's not going for that instant Cybercore because he can't afford it if he wants to. Although he's saving up those minerals, it's very slowly creeping up. 2 assimilators there coming out for KIMKISSAN, Cybercore there coming in as well. But the timing of the gas means that he cannot immediately start his tech after finishing his Cybercore. Whereas QRE could start his Cybercore immediately right now, but once the Cybercore finishes, he'll have a lot of minerals. So either he's going for Dragoons, because he'll have about 300 gas by the time the Cybercore finishes, which means he can get Dragoon range and Dragoons. But there's also the off chance he's going for a Robo Facility, but he hasn't built a pylon here yet, which means he cannot build that Robo Facility here. Maybe he can, maybe he cannot. Whereas KIMKISSAN is going for another gateway there. He has got no tech. Oh, he's going for a Robo very quick, very early. And he's also finally finding where QRE is located. QRE has a little bit shy of 300 gas there. And he's going for a Robo of his own. So it's a Robo against Robo fight. Now KIMKISSAN has 22 workers and QRE has 24. Now KIMKISSAN has 24 as well. So that does mean that he lapsed in a very small window in worker production, because they should both have the exact same number of workers, but KIMKISSAN is lagging behind by about 4 or 5 seconds. Gas assimilator number 3 there coming in. So only 2 assimilators there for QRE. Citadel of the Doom coming in for KIMKISSAN, which leads me to believe he might be going for speed for his Zealots or for Dark Templars along with a Reaver and a shuttle. There's the shuttle. Support base should be coming in once he can afford it. Here on the other side, we have the exact same build order coming in there, but he's on 5 gateways, and the order of the gateways was different. There's 2 Zealots there trying to get in on top of the cannon, but there's too many Zealots there for those Zealots to actually get any damage down on the cannon, so he pulls back, keeps them alive, and preserves them and saves them for another time. So we've got Templar's Archive, Support Bay there as well. I suspect the Reaver going to be up in the queue next. Shuttle speed there actually. Shuttle speed comes in first, Reaver there as well, and now we're going to be seeing Zealot Lags or Dark Templars. 4 Zealots here against 3 Zealots, but 2 of those Zealots are on low HP, so this fight can still be won by QRE. Oh no, he decides to turn back. Doesn't want to bother checking the HP counts. Pylon being built there on the side to get vision of the side, to build himself a nice buffer zone of reaction time. Because more reaction time means better odds at defending against drops and keeping your workers alive. We've got the upgrades Dragoon range coming in there, weapon upgrade coming in, and Zealot speed and shuttle speed there for QRE. He also has a shuttle and a Reaver in the way. He's a little bit behind with his shuttle timing compared to KIMKISSAN, whose shuttle finished, I think, about 15 seconds earlier. Now the Reaver is already out. The Reaver is going to get picked up and it's going to get flown over the map, and shuttle speed will be finished very soon. Sonic Storm also there on the way, Dragoons also on the way. There are no Dragoon range on the way there though, and these Dragoons are mostly there to intercept shuttles with manual target firing, given of course the condition that KIMKISSAN can see the shuttle entering. which he will most likely see because he's got those two pilots there. No pilots here on the top side, no pilots here in the front. So he has this the bottom left of his base here. He has that covered with vision. Now the drop is approaching on QRE here, though. There's two cannons in between, a lot of gateways there as well, and Dragoons are moving into position to intercept it because this is about the timing where a shuttle with the Reaver can arrive in your base. QRE knows the timing exactly and is ready to defend. The cannon there spotted out the shuttle. The shuttle already lost some HP, which should make sniping the shuttle very easily for QRE. And QRE is suspecting, of course, that because the shuttle has not entered yet, that KIMKISSAN is buying time and looking for another way in. And he finds another way in there. QRE is a little bit slow with the response there. He's going to chase those probes all the way to the top side there. Reaver there low. He gets 12 probe kills there. Pretty amazing. Oh, he gets another shot off. This time around, though, he gets another 8, so a total of 20 drone kills, probe kills there for KIMKISSAN on QRE. But QRE is ready to strike back there with another shuttle flying across the map. But we have drop number 2 already here with 2 Templars in there, and Storm Upgrade has finished for KIMKISSAN, so KIMKISSAN is ahead of the curve for QRE, and QRE is going to get a shuttle sniped. He turns back around and prevents from losing it, but now the drop comes in here from KIMKISSAN on QRE's probes, and he's not going to run away. That's a 1 storm, 2 storms, 11 kills. Well, 17 kills on 18 kills. There's a total of 38 probes lost for QRE so far already. The drop there comes in. KIMKISSAN spots it. He snipes it. The shuttle goes... No, the shuttle stays alive, but the Reaver's going to go down instead. And a frontal attack happening here as well, but I do think KIMKISSAN has just enough units to repel this. And once this army from QRE is down, KIMKISSAN is going to have a field day, because he will have the lead with that huge probe difference, which means a huge income difference. But a level 1 attack damage there from QRE means he's got the superior fighting force, and he actually has more units than KIMKISSAN has, so he can try to take down most of these gateways with more gateway units are spawning for KIMKISSAN, but the upgrades might just be enough to make the difference. Also, there's no range on the Dragoons yet from KIMKISSAN because he decided to get more tech quicker. It actually means that this fight here is heavily in the disadvantage for KIMKISSAN, but there's a Dark Templar there, and there's no Observer. Observer is no Observer on the way either. But QRE knows he has to pressure now. He has to get as much damage down on KIMKISSAN as he possibly can. Shuttle there gets spotted out by a pylon, but the shuttle is on the way. There's nothing there to intercept it. Only 3 cannons there in the back. He's going to go for the probes. Is this going to be the comeback for QRE? Probes are running away. Shuttle gets cut out. It won't get a great hit off, though, on anything whatsoever. He kills nothing. The shuttle goes down there as well. The Dark Templars are now going to clear out all these Dragoons. QRE is on the run. There's 5 Templars there, 5 Dark Templars there on the chase, ready to kill those Dragoons. But that was pretty much, I think, the only shot QRE had at making a comeback. Another Observer this time around, though, has arrived on the scene to detect those Dark Templars. But KIMKISSAN, now having a total of 9 gateways, is rebuilding his mass very quickly, and he still has all of his income. 58 probes here for Kimki, and, well, no Dragoon range on the way. He does have another Reaver on the way, 2 Templars there on the way as well, and 4 Dragoons, 3 Zealots there as well. And QRE is going to clear out these pylons on the side, as he should have done long ago, because he knew they were there, but he wanted to go for that counterattack no matter the cost. So he kills the pylons, denies KIMKISSAN map vision. He's now on 32 probes once again. He still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 gateways. So both players on the exact same gateway number. Although KIMKISSAN is now adding on to his base because he has the money he can afford to. But he is supply starved because he lost those pylons there on the side. Although new pylons have been thrown up on the top side there for extended vision. But I do suspect QRE is going to try to keep flying in over the bottom side. Do note that QRE has no Templars Archive. He just finished up, but he has no Storm Upgrade. So he can't go for the Storm drops. He has to keep relying on those very unreliable drops with the Reaver. But if he gets a shot off, if he gets that one good shot off there on the Probster in the back, he might just make a comeback. But there's a lot of Dragoons now ready to intercept those shuttles once again. He's going to go in from the bottom side there. He's going to go in from the bottom... No! Is he going to turn around and fly in from the other side? Oh, drop comes in. Drop comes in. Templars. Templars are there. 1 storm. Ooh, gets another lot of kills there. 15 and 1. Another 16 dead probes there for QRE. That's absolutely massive. He has not been on point with getting himself extended vision over the map, unlike KIMKISSAN, to help himself defend against the drops. He's going for a last desperation attempt frontal attack here to try and get this shuttle here into the base. The fight is going in favor of Not sure who, but probes are running away. Probes are safe. Units are unloading. QREWRE unloads there as well. QREWRE gets a shot off, but QREWRE kills only a single probe, maybe two. So that's not what he was looking for. He was looking for a lot of probe kills, but he killed only one or two. And the fight here on the middle goes in favor of QRE, because he sniped the observer with his dragoons by using his own observer for vision. He already moved the observer there into QRE's base, and now he's on the chase with his Dark Templars and his dragoons, although he's going to regroup first because he wants a bigger ball of units to fight into that ball of units that QRE has of his own. Also, he is now level 1 attack damage there on his gateway units, so he has more fighting power than he did before, and I do suspect he also has Dragoon range this time around. The Dark Templars there are getting on top of the Dragoons. Dragoons are pulling back to the cannons for detection, but the cannons are a little bit too far away. Well, I do think he has his cannon there in the top corner. He has no Observer. Observer spawned. Observer there in the back for KIMKISSAN. He can pull that one forward. He's got a QREWRE Shuttle Micro there in the back as well, and 3 Templars there in total. So no more drops coming in from KIMKISSAN, although he might try to fly this one in, or maybe pick up some Templars to get a storm off on the probes there in the back. But he's setting up a wide spread there on his units there on the low ground in front of the gateways. He's just going to hammer away at the gateways. QRE is waiting for more units to spawn. Units spawn. He's going to go for the spread it's around, but a storm's coming down there. All the Dragoons are on the top, and those storms are absolutely massive. A lot of HP lost there for the Dragoons, which now means you can just simply take them down. Zealous already got taken down there by the Reavers and the Dragoons there on the bottom side. So he pulls back those Dragoons, micros them to safety, kills a couple of Dragoons, and he keeps his own Dragoons there alive. But too many units coming in from KIMKISSAN's base. KIMKISSAN played this one really, really well. Also, do note, of course, Protoss vs. Protoss in Korea has no choke, so they're not allowed to build a choke except for a single cannon in their choke to avoid turtling. And yeah, KIMKISSAN just makes very quick and easy work of his opponent here. Very solid storm drops, very solid progression, very solid vision of the map to keep his own workers alive, and then simply has to progress and punish the lack of army size and income and production ability from QRE and finish the match and come out on top 2 versus 0 in this series that spanned over 3 days in total. The 15th and the 17th, with of course the 16th right in between. It's a very quick, easy win for KIMKISSAN. He comes out 2-0. Really solidly played, very smartly played, and this game was very controlled. And he actually had a really good probe production as well, unlike the last game, where he pretty much made no SCVs for, I think, 4 or 5 minutes in a 14-minute game, which is a lot of lost worker production time. Very solidly played, somewhat impressed. Great planning, great overall gameplay. So yeah, thanks for watching this short series. I hope you enjoyed the Protoss vs. Protoss in particular. I always kind of enjoy them. A lot of people don't, but I kind of enjoy them on fastest map. They are very drop heavy though. But we also always see great control, great planning, great build orders, and of course great control, which is required when you're not allowed to build a choke in the front to keep the enemy out. Instead, you have to use units to keep the enemy out, and that makes the game a lot more high-paced and exciting. So thanks for watching. This is RJB for RJB TV, along with Billy Bob Bobson from Billy Bob Bobson Starcraft TV, and we are leaving, and leave a like, leave a subscribe, leave a comment if you like. And see you next time.